It's been a while since the used car market has been as good as it is for buyers right now. Prices are way down. And most used car buyers are looking for newer cars under $20,000. There's a lot of great ones in that price range. But what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at the top 20 best used cars under $20,000. Now I would like to add we did a top 10 best trucks under $20,000, so we're not including trucks in this list, and we'll put the link to that video below. Also, I tried to find my best example of one vehicle at the time of the production of this video under $20,000, and we tried to find a large variety of different types of cars for you as well. But here's your top 20 best used cars under $20,000. Number 1, Honda Civic, up to a 2022 Honda Civic. The Honda Civic, produced between 1972 and present. There's been 11 generations of the Honda Civic, and it's well known as being one of the most economical, reliable cars out there. Personally, I had a 1983 Honda Civic as a teenager. And on average, there's 250,000 Honda Civics sold every year. So regardless of the year you're trying to find, there should be an abundance. But I believe you can get a good low mileage up to a 2022 under $20,000. The car I found was a 2022 Honda Civic with only 6,900 miles, coming in at $19,900. Number 2, Acura RDX, up to a 2016. Now this is a luxury compact SUV produced by Acura between 2006 and present. There's been 3 generations of the Acura RDX, and it's the second generation between 2013 and 2017 that you're going to find a great value under $20,000. These typically came with a 2.3 liter turbo inline 4. And the one I found was a 2016 Acura RDX with 64,000 miles, coming in right at $19,900. Number 3, a Toyota RAV, up to a 2018. Now the Toyota RAV was produced between 1994 and present. There's been 5 generations of the Toyota RAV. The newest one began in 2018. Comes with a 2.0 or a 2.5 liter inline 4. And between 2018 and 2022, they sold over 400,000 RAVs per year. It's a large range of these. Now to get into that 5th generation, I think you're only going to be able to get in that 2018 if you want the lower miles. Now the 4th generation you can find all day long under 20,000, but I was able to find a 2018 Toyota RAV all-wheel drive XLE with 30,000 miles for only $19,300. Number 4, up to a 2018 Buick Regal. Now production of the Buick Regal began in 1973 as a personal luxury car. There were 6 generations of Buick Regal, the 6th from 2018 to present. Now the Buick Regal's always been popular and has changed designs several times. Of course, the Grand National to this day is one of the most collectible Buick Regals of all time. Came with a 1.5 or 2.0 liter turbo inline 4 or a 1.8 liter inline 4 hybrid or a 3.6 liter V6. And it's really 2018 is kind of your limit. I was able to find a 2018 with only 25,000 miles at $19,500. Number 5, up to a 2019 Nissan Murano. Now the Murano is produced between 2003 and present. There's been 3 generations of the Murano. On average, they sell about 80,000 of these a year, so these are going to be a little more difficult to find in this price range, but they are out there. And the one I'm going to recommend is the 3rd generation from 2015 on. Came with a 2.5 liter inline 4 or a 3.5 liter V6. The one I found was a 2019 Nissan Murano with only 7,500 miles for $19,900. Number 6, up to a 2018 Kia Sorento. There's been 4 generations of the Kia Sorento. I've had two of them. I had a first generation Sorento that had over 250,000 miles, and I gave it to my dad. I also had a second generation, which my son currently drives and is pushing 200,000 miles. Very, very great SUV. There's been 4 generations of Sorento, and it's that third generation that I'm going to recommend. The one I found was a 2019 Kia Sorento LX with 29,000 miles coming in at $19,700. Number 7. Up to a 2020 Nissan Maxima. Now the Maxima was produced between 1980 and present, originally referred to as the Datsun Maxima until 1983, and there's been 8 generations of the Maxima, and it's the 8th generation that I'm going to recommend beginning in 2016. Came with a 2.5 liter inline 4 or a 3.5 liter V6. Maxima is a much respected mid-size sedan, and the one I found was a 2020 Nissan Maxima SL with 46,000 coming in at $19,900. Number 8. Up to a 2018 Volvo S60. Now the S60 is produced between 2000 and present and is referred to as a compact executive car. Now it's the second generation of the Volvo S60 that I recommend between 2010 and 2018. Came with a turbo inline 4 or a turbo inline 5. Made around 90,000 of these a year. And the one I found was a 2018 Volvo S60 with 71,000 miles coming in at $19,900. Number 9. Up to a 2020 Toyota Camry. The Camry is produced between 1982 and present. It's referred to as a mid-size executive car. There's been 7 generations of the Toyota Camry, averaging 400,000 sold per year. There's so many of these around, you should have no problem finding these. But it's that 7th generation, produced between 2017 and present, that comes with a 2.5 liter inline 4, a 3.5 liter V6. The one I found was a 2020 Toyota Camry LE with only 50,000 miles coming in at $19,500. Number 10. Up to a 2017 Honda CR-V. Now the CR-V is produced between 1995 and present. It is a 5-door SUV. It's been 6 generations of the Honda CR-V. The 6th began in 2022. But it's that 5th generation from 2016 to 2021 that's going to be under $20,000. But it's that 2016-17 range that's really going to be premium with the low miles, coming in with a 2.0 or a 2.4 liter inline 4. The one I found was a 2017 Honda CR-V with 63,000 miles, coming in at $19,300. Number 11. Up to a 2020 Kia Optima, produced between 2000 and present. My wife drives a 4th generation 2017 Kia Optima. There's been 5 generations, and the 5th was at 2019. It's that 5th generation you're going to be able to find under $20,000. The one I found was a 2020 Kia Optima LX with 18,000 miles, coming in at $19,200. Number 12. Up to a 2019 Nissan Rogue. Now the Nissan Rogue is produced between 2007 and present. And it's a compact crossover SUV that came with a 2.0 or a 2.5 liter inline 4. There's been 3 generations of the Nissan Rogue, the 3rd coming in 2020. Now I believe you can get the 2nd all day long, so up to the 2019 you can find all day long. You can get a 2020, you can get that first year of that 3rd generation Nissan Rogue in the 2020. And the one I found was a 2020 Nissan Rogue with 48,000 miles, coming in at $19,900. Number 13. Up to a 2018 Mazda CX-5. Now the CX-5 is produced between 2012 and present and is referred to as a compact crossover SUV. There's been 2 generations of the Mazda CX-5. The 2nd beginning in 2017, coming with engine options of a 2.0 or 2.5 liter inline 4 or a 2.2 liter inline 4 diesel. But it's that 2nd generation that began in 2017 that's going to be in your price range. Now the one I found was a 2018 Mazda CX-5 with 52,000 miles coming in at $19,268. Number 14. Up to a 2020 Honda Accord. Now the Honda Accord was produced between 1976 and present with 10 generations, the 10th from 2017 to present. This is referred to as a mid-size four-door sedan coming in with engine options from a 1.5 turbo inline-4 or a 2.0 liter inline-4 hybrid. And this is really going to be kind of the mid-size luxury car by Honda. And the one I found was a 2020 Honda Accord Sport with 52,000 miles coming in at $19,500. Number 15. Up to a 2020 Chevy Equinox. Now the Equinox has been produced between 2004 and present, and there's been 3 generations of the Chevy Equinox. The third beginning in 2018, and it is that generation that I'm going to recommend. Came with a 1.5 or a 2.0 liter turbo inline-4 or a 1.6 liter turbo diesel. It's a very popular midsize SUV by Chevy. The one I found was a 2020 Chevy Equinox Premier, 35,000 miles coming in at $19,200. Number 16. Up to a 2019 Acura ILX. Now the ILX is a subcompact executive car and production began in 2012. There's really only been one generation of the Acura ILX, but it received a facelift in 2016. It came with a 1.5 or 2.4 liter inline-4. But it's that post-facelift that I'm going to recommend between 2016 on up. Really upwards of about 2019 is where you're going to start hitting the limit on these. But the one I found was a 2019 Acura ILX sedan with 62,000 miles for $19,200. Number 17. Up to a 2017 Toyota Prius. Prius has been produced between 2001 and present. And it was really the first viable hybrid car that really caught on and did well. And there's been 5 generations of this Toyota Prius. It's the 5th beginning in 2022. So it's that 4th generation that I'm going to recommend starting in 2015. But really, for some reason, these Toyota Priuses hold their value probably better than any car I've listed. So you're probably going to max out at about a 2017 Toyota Prius. And the one I found was a 2017 Toyota Prius with 80,000 miles coming in at $19,500. Number 18. Up to a 2018 Buick LaCrosse. Production of the LaCrosse began in 2005. This is a mid-size luxury car by Buick. And there's been 3 generations of the Buick LaCrosse. But it's that 3rd generation in 2017 that I'm going to recommend. Now, I don't think you can get upwards of the 2020, but you definitely can get a 17 or 2018 under $20,000. Now, here's the hard part. They averaged only about 20,000 of these produced every year, so they're kind of hard to find. But the one I found was a 2018 Buick LaCrosse with 36,000 miles coming in at $18,900. Number 19. Up to a 2016 Lexus RX. Now this is a luxury mid-size SUV by Lexus, produced between 1997 and present. There's been 5 generations of this luxury mid-size SUV, the 5th beginning in 2022. So it's that 4th generation that you can still kind of get a hold of between 2016 and 2021. Now if you go to the 3rd generation, you can find those all day long under $20,000. But if you get into this 4th generation, it's really kind of that first year, the 2016. Maybe you can find a 2017, but I'm going to max it out at 2016. And the one I found was a 2016 Lexus RX 350 with 84,000 miles coming in at $19,900. And finally, number 20. Up to a 2018 Honda Odyssey. Now the Odyssey is a minivan produced by Honda from 1994 to present. There's been 5 generations of this Honda Odyssey. The 5th beginning in 2018. Now as the 4th generation, you can find all day long at $20,000. And they came with 3.5 liter V6. Now you can get into that 2018, the first year of the 5th generation, for under $20,000. It's hard to find, but it's there. The one I found was a 2018 Honda Odyssey with 60,000 miles, coming in at $19,900. So there you go. There's what we believe to be the 20 best used cars under $20,000. Now again, we tried to get a large variety of different types of cars as well. And I'm sure there's a few we missed. Put them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe button. And thank you for watching this episode, Car Classics.